Welcome back dear student and Jai Swami Narayan. In the previous video, we were discussed about what is the force and what are the effect of the force on the object. Now dear student, in this video, we understand about what are the balanced force and the unbalanced force and what is the force of the friction. That means what is the friction force. So let us discuss about a balanced force and the unbalanced force, right? So look at the picture, right? Here the some persons are applying a force in this direction. The force of action is a 300 newton, and these three person are applies the force in this direction, and the force is a 300 newton. So if we consider this 300 force is applied in this direction and another 300 force is applied in this direction. So when the object tied at the center of this rope, right, the rope will move in which direction? Definitely it will be a stationary, right? So this type of the force is known as the balance force. When the two forces of the same magnitude, same amount of the two forces are applied in the opposite direction, this type of the forces are known as the balance forces, right? And in the another figure, right, look at this picture, right, this the person applies the force of the 400 newton and this three person applies the force of a 300 newton in the opposite direction. So this three person moves in the direction of the 400 newton, because here both the forces are applied in the opposite direction, but it has a unequal amount. The magnitude of both the force are unequal, and the force with the greater value are effect in this direction. The direction of the effect of the force which has a greater value. So dear student, from this picture we understand about the balanced force and the unbalanced force. So balanced force are the force has the equal magnitude, equal value and in the opposite direction, while the unbalanced force are a force which has a unequal value and apply in the opposite direction, right? Understand about this, what do you mean by the balanced force and what do you mean by the unbalanced force, right? So let us discuss more about the balanced force and the unbalanced force. So if the force act on a body in the opposite direction and if both the forces are equal, if the two forces are equal in a value and act on a body in the opposite direction, then the resultant force acting on the body is zero, right? The total force acting on the body is zero, and such a forces are known as the balance forces. So dear student, if the resultant force acting on the body is zero, the forces act on the body are called the balance force, right? Look at the previous picture, right? In the first figure, the total force act on the body is a zero. 300 newton force is applied in the right direction and 300 newton force is applied in a left direction. So the total force act on a body is a zero. So such a type of the force are known as the balance force, right? So understand what do you mean by the balance force? The balance force, if the two forces which are equal in value and applied opposite in the direction, the resultant force acting on the body is zero, and such a force are known as the balance force, right? So look at this picture. If you considering these blocks and the two equal force F1 and F2 are applied in the opposite direction, right, the resultant force act on the object is zero, and such a force is known as the balance force, right? So now balance forces cannot change the state of the body, rest or the motion of the body. So if the resultant force acting on the body is zero, the balance force cannot change the state of the body. If the body is stationary, it will remain stationary, and if the body is moving with the some speed, it continue to move with the same speed. So the balance force cannot change the state of the body, right? Suppose we considering a block is stationary on the table, right? The state of the block is a stationary. Now when we applying a two equal amount of the force in the and opposite direction, right, the block remains stationary as it is. The state of the body cannot change with the help of the balance force. The balance force cannot change the state of the object, right? If the object is stationary, it will remain stationary, and if the object is in the motion with the some speed, it will continue to move with the same speed. So dear student, understand about the second point of the balance force. First point is what do you mean by the balance force? When the two forces of a equal value and opposite direction, the resultant force is zero, and such a type of the forces is known as the balance force. We can say like this also, right? If the resultant forces acting on an object is zero, the forces are called the balance forces, and the balance forces cannot change the state of the body, right? So balance force, when we applying a balance force on the body, the state of the body cannot be changed, right? Now third point regarding a balance force, the balance forces can change the shape and the size of the object, right? With the help of the balance force, when the two or more force acting on a body, and if the resultant force acting on the body is zero, such a type of the force are known as the balance force, and this balance force can be changed the shape and the size of the object. Like look at this picture of the spring, and when we applying a two equal amount of the force and opposite direction, the length of the spring is increases, so the size of the spring is increases, the shape of the object will be changed, right? Look at the second picture, when the force is applied from the both side over a balloon, right, the size and the shape of the balloon will be changed. So dear student, balance forces can change the shape and the size of the object, right? So balance force, when we applying a balance force on the body, the state of the body cannot be changed, while the shape and the size of the body can be changed with the help of the balance force. So dear student, understand about all the 3 points regarding a balance point. What are the 3 points regarding a balance force? First, if the resultant force acting on a body is zero, the forces are called the balance force. How this situation happen? When the two forces of a equal value and opposite in the direction, the resultant force is zero, and such a type of the forces are known as the balance force. The balance force cannot change the state of the object. And third point is, the balance force can change the shape and the size of an object. Now what about the unbalanced force? Right? If the two forces act on a body in the opposite direction, and if one force is greater than the other force, right, if the one force is greater than the other force, then the resultant force is not zero, and such a force are known as the unbalanced force. So dear student, when the resultant force is not equal to zero, right, the forces are called the unbalanced forces. So if the two forces are applied on the object in the opposite direction, and if the one force is greater than the other force, then the resultant force is not equal to zero, right? And such a force is known as the balance force. Look at this picture on the block, right? One force is applied in this direction, F1 on the left hand side, the force applied on the left hand side is F1 and the force applied on the right hand side is a F2, where F1 is greater than F2. So the resultant force is not zero, and such a type of the force are known as the unbalanced force, right? So now what is the second point? So unbalanced force can change the state of the body, rest or the motion of the object, right? So when the unbalanced force is act on the body will move in the direction of the greater force. So look at the previous picture of the block. Here the force F1 is greater than the force F2. So the block is moves in the direction of the force F1, right, which is the greater than the force F2. So here when we applying a unbalanced force on the object, the state of the object will be changed from stationary to the motion, or the motion of the object can be changed with the help of the unbalanced force, right? So if we considering a block stationary and when we applying a force only in the one direction, the block will move in the direction of the force because of the unbalanced force, right? So if we applying a greater force on the object, right, the object will move in the direction of the force. So dear student, unbalanced force can change the state of the object. So from the race, the body will be in the motion, or the motion of the body will be changed with the help of the unbalanced forces. So clear about the second point of the unbalanced force. Now unbalanced force can do the some points, right? Unbalanced force can do the following. With the help of the unbalanced forces, the object moves from the stationary object. We can move a stationary object with the help of the unbalanced force, right? Increase the speed of a moving object, right? We can increase the or decrease the speed of the moving object with the help of the unbalanced force, right? So the stationary object can move with the help of the unbalanced force. The speed of the moving object can be increased or decreased with the help of the unbalanced force. The moving object can stop with the help of the unbalanced force, and with the help of the unbalanced force we can change the shape and the size of the object, right? So dear student, understand about all the 3 points of the unbalanced force. First point is, when the resultant force acting on the object is zero, the forces are called the unbalanced force. When the two forces act on the opposite direction and one force is greater than the other force, the resultant force acting on an object is not zero, and such a type of the force is known as the unbalanced force, right? So unbalanced force can change the state of the object. From the rest state, the object is in the motion, or the motion of the object can be changed with the help of the unbalanced force. So stationary object can move with the help of the unbalanced force. The speed of the moving object can be increased or decreased with the help of the unbalanced force, right? The moving object can be stopped with the help of the unbalanced force, and we can change the shape and the size of the object with the help of the unbalanced force. But dear student, sometimes when we apply a force on the object and the object cannot move, why this happen? Because of the friction force appear on the object, right, due to the some roughness of the surface, right? So now dear student, we understand the what is the friction force of the friction, right? So let us discuss about a force of the friction. So dear student, what is the force of friction, or you can say the friction force? So force of the friction force is the force which oppose the motion of the object over a surface, right? Due to the roughness of the surface, the force which oppose the motion of the object is called the friction force. So friction force is a force which oppose the motion of the object over the surface due to the roughness of the surface. So in the rough surface, the friction force is more, while in the smooth surface, the friction force is a less. For example, a ball rolling on a ground gradually slows down. The speed of the ball is gradually decreased and comes to the stop due to the force of the friction. So when the ball is rolling on a surface, right, its speed is decreases, and after some time it comes to a stop due to the friction force acting on a ball and a surface, right? Similarly, if we stop pedaling a bicycle, it gradually slows down and come to the stop due to the force of the friction. So when we stop pedaling the bicycle will stop after some time. It comes to the rest after a some time due to the friction force, right? So dear student, when the any object placed in a surface, right, the surface of the object, roughness of the surface of the object and the roughness of the surface, the friction force acting on the object. So the friction force is always in the opposite direction of the motion, right? So when we applying a pushing force in this direction on the block, the friction force is in the opposite direction, and when the pushing force is greater than the friction force, then and then the object can change in its state. The object is moving in the direction of the pushing force. So until and unless if the pushing force is less than the friction force, the object is stationary at that position, right? But when the force, external force, is greater than the friction force, the object is move in the direction of the external force. Similarly, if we consider the ball is stationary on the ground, until and unless if it doesn't apply any type of the force, right, the ball is stationary on the ground. But when we applying the external force, suddenly the friction force appearing on the ball opposite to the external force, and if the external force is greater than the friction force, then the ball is moving in the direction of the external force. So when the ball is in the motion, the friction between the surface of ground and the surface of the ball, the motion of the ball is gradually decreases, and after some time it comes to the rest. Similarly, when we applying a pedaling a bicycle, right, external force, the bicycle is in the motion, but due to the friction force opposing the motion of the object, right, if we stop pedaling a bicycle, the motion of the bicycle will gradually decrease, and after some time it will stop, right? So an object with uniform motion will continue to move with the uniform motion if the force acting on it, right, external force, is equal to the friction force. So when the external force and the friction force are same, the object will continue to move with the uniform motion. So if we want a continuous to move a bicycle, we require to apply a continuous force by a pedaling, right? So an object with the uniform motion will continue to move with the uniform motion, and when if the force acting on it, both the type of the force, if the resultant force of the external force as well as the friction force is zero, right, that means the external force and the friction force are the balance, right, the object will continue to move with the uniform motion, right? So dear student, when the external force and the friction force are same, are in the balance, the resultant force acting on the object is zero, and the body cannot change its state, right? If the body is rest, it will remain rest, and if the body is moving with the uniform motion, the body will continue to move with the uniform motion. But if the external force and the friction force are unbalanced force, right? If the external force is greater than the friction force, right, the body will move in the direction of the external force. So if an unbalanced force act on a moving body, then the speed of the body or the direction of the motion changes, right? The speed of the body is increases or decreases, as well as the direction of the motion can be changed with the help of the unbalanced external force. So we can say that when the external force is not equal to the friction force and not in the opposite direction of the friction force, right, the resultant force acting on the body is not zero, and due to this unbalanced force act on the body, the speed of the body is increases or the decreases, right, or the direction of the motion can be changed with the help of the unbalanced force. For example, suppose we pedaling a bicycle very fast, more force is applying on the pedal, right, the speed of the bicycle is increases. But suppose we apply the brake to the bicycle, the speed of the bicycle is decreases. So due to the unbalanced force act on the object, the speed is increase or decrease, as well as the direction of the motion can be changed with the help of the unbalanced force, right? Now if unbalanced force is removed, right, then it will continue to move with the speed it had required till then. જ્યાં સુધી આપણે અનબેલેન્સ ફોર્સ રિમૂવ કરી દઈશું તો જ્યાં સુધી એક્સટર્નલ ફોર્સ અને ફ્રિક્શન ફોર્સ સેમ નહીં થઈ જાય ત્યાં સુધી it will continue to move with the speed and it had acquired till then, right? So dear student, understand about what do you mean by the friction force. So dear student, I hope that you will understand what do you mean by the balanced force, what do you mean by the unbalanced force, right? What are the characteristics of the balanced force, what are the characteristics of the unbalanced force, and the friction force. So what do you mean by the friction force? Friction force is a force that opposes the motion of the object due to the roughness of the surface. Dear student, friction force is always in the opposite direction of the motion. Opposite to the direction of the motion. So, and if the surface is rough, the friction force is more, and if for the smooth surface, the friction force is less. Right? So, dear student, how we calculate the friction force? You will study in the higher standard, right?